Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Oh,
You don't have to worry about a thing, my friends. On this very special episode, I have a surprise for you, okay? Another surprise. This time, the surprise is not as cool and big. We're going to have a great episode, okay? This is going to be a
oh.
good episode. We're determined, right,
Here's
Bryden?
here's the thing. I've been having technical difficulties all day here,
Okay.
so it
Yeah.
might not be actually. And for the record, I'm
Yeah.
in I'm in a lot of discomfort anyway. Like I've been ripping like these painful butt whispers. You know the ones where,
Why?
well, they I don't know.
You're doing this to yourself.
No, it's like this just happens sometimes. It's like the ones where
It
it's
just
like,
happens.
yeah, it's like the ones where you're just like, come on, what's going on? My butthole can open more than that. Like, why is it,
That's stop. Be quiet. Now, can we start over?
why
This
is
is
it
not how
more?
you start an episode that is good.
It's like
Okay?
it's like a bunch of paper cuts, basically.
Okay. This
It's
is
like,
just I hate this. Why are we here? Why did we start the show back up?
I don't know, but I mean, I do know that it's just, it's pretty rough for me personally.
Yeah, maybe somebody can help you. Maybe somebody that's listening can help Dr. Proctor with some advice on how to deal with his gas.
Yeah,
Um, who helps us, you know?
it's
That's
true.
the real question. But the rest of you, everyone except for Bryden,
Also,
doesn't
wait,
have to.
why are gynecologists called gynecologists? Why not lady ecologists?
What do you mean?
I mean, because it's gynecologist, right?
Yeah, but it's a GY. Is
Yeah,
it okay?
but the U's silent.
No, there's no you.
It
There's no
is.
you. That's such a hacky bad joke. I don't even want to react
No,
to it at all. I'm definitely not giving you a laugh.
I got a better one.
Okay.
What is the biggest type of ant?
What?
An elephant.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, everyone, you don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help you. And you in particular with all of your problems, especially if you personally sent in a Dear Abby. And we have a Dear Abby from our British guy, the
And
British kid.
because of me, because you were gonna skip it again today, and I
Yeah,
said,
well,
remember the British kids.
yeah,
So
yeah,
what?
you're team British kid now.
I wouldn't go
Yeah,
that far.
let's someone should go and pull all the clips about things we've said about the British kid and who is usually attacking him and who is usually a little more defensive
Oh,
and less attacky.
I have banned him from the Discord in the past.
Multiple times. I'm pretty sure that happened twice and he just keeps coming back.
Good. I like it.
I don't and he's streamed, he's got a Twitch,
Yeah.
okay? And I should probably plug it, but I'm not it's
Well, here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know what it is right now. But what?
I would tell people what it was if I wouldn't call him the British kid if I knew what the fuck OC Dadarowski fucking.
It's Ordo IC.
Yeah, that
It's
sucks.
Orthodox Tsar. It's just a bunch of like Orthodox things put together.
No, that stinks. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not, you can't just, it's not a name.
No.
It's not a name. So he's the British kid, okay? Um, and he said, Dear Abby, how sad are you that there is no English Divine Liturgy at St. Lazar's this Saturday? The answer to that, my dear British child, is I'm very sad. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that that happened to you 2 weeks ago.
I don't know what that means, so I'm back to not liking the British kid because that sucks. I thought it was gonna be like a cool one, but
There,
instead,
well, it's just he didn't have church that weekend.
oh
Yeah, that's why I told you that we weren't gonna do it. But then he got mad, and you were like, "Ooh, I'm gonna stick it to Abby by making her read it." Now,
yeah.
was that good content, Bryden? Was that a good idea to go against me on this thing?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, dear Abby, what's the best way to end something 2 months in with someone really into you while hurting her as little as possible?
Are you sure we didn't do that one last week?
Did we?
I thought so. Am
Oh,
I?
you're right. We
Yeah.
did. You're right. Okay. Well, I have a long one.
We told him
That's
to. We told him to just commit a bunch of crimes.
Oh
Actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry for anything I said. I'm sorry for trying to redo it. Um, Dear Abby, for some reason I keep dating men with the same name. I always thought people did this when they couldn't get over someone, but I'm starting to panic because the only guys I'm connecting with are named Andrew.
I mean, I, what?
you, you know how, like,
I don't know anybody named Andrew.
okay, well, maybe it's not the real name. I don't know. It's a dumb name. So maybe you're just attracted to men with dumb names. There's a lot more here.
Like, yeah,
But first
wait,
I want to say though,
you don't.
you know how like a kid kind of takes on the character of their name? Like once you name a kid, that's their name and they look like they're that name and they act like they're that name. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have as a parent and I have like nieces and nephews and stuff and I see babies all the time. Like they just kind of grow into their name. Maybe Andrew is a name that the type of guy that you're into, like that is the archetype. You know what I mean?
Okay, and is Abby the name of somebody who keeps hitting their fucking phone on their desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stop doing that. Um,
I'm really sorry.
this seems like a really strange and stupid thing. She's like, "Yeah, the only guys who fuck me are named Andrew." At least I hope it's a lady. Yeah, but
It's a lady.
like that would make way more sense if this was like, however the fuck you say "here to help" in Arab. Because it would be like, I keep meeting guys named Mohammed.
Yeah,
Like, that would
yeah.
fucking make sense. Or if we were, we do the Spanish version, it's just like, guys named Jose. Like, whatever. Andrew. That's not even the most, like, common
It's not.
white American name.
No, it's not. So that makes it weird, right?
Yeah, you're going out of your way.
Maybe she just really likes the way it rolls off the tongue, you know? Like when she says it. And so then she becomes
Andrew. Yeah, nobody
attracted to,
does.
yeah, it's pretty
Nobody's.
bad.
Andrew! Andrew! Let's go apple picking. No. Nobody's like, no.
Is that what she sounds like?
I think that's what she sounds like. If she can't stop finding dude's name Andrew,
That is probably what she
are
sounds
they
like in that
like?
case.
Are they at least like different? It's like one of them's Drew, the other one's Andy. Then there's an Andrew proper.
No, they all go by the same. They all go by Andy.
It's Andy's not an adult male's name though.
No, it's not, is it? No, it's really stupid, isn't it?
Like the only time like an adult is like named Andy is like that guy's a comedian. He's like, Andy Samberg, like Andy
Yeah.
Milanakis, Andy Richter, if they're a serious
Yeah, because
guy.
comedians are allowed to have dumb names.
Yeah, it's like you got to go with it. There was Andrew Schultz, so, but well, he does kind of stink, but
He stinks. Andrew stinks. The first one I dated 7 years ago, briefly, and while he really hurt me, I got over him fairly quickly. Then last year, I briefly dated another Andrew, and then dated Andrew number 3 long term, and only recently broke up. I'm having a hard time getting over him, so I thought I'd get online and see if I could find someone to distract me and remind me I could be with someone else. Last week, I matched online with Andrew number 4.
it's
What do you think about this so
it's
far?
the 57th most popular boy's name.
Yep.
It's the 12,117th most popular girl's name. The fact that there are female Andrews out there, it's like,
And enough of them to be on any sort of list.
Yeah, did they not, did they just misspell Andrea?
No. No, there's lots of parents that think giving girls boy names is cute.
In 2021, 1 out of every 334 baby boys were named Andrew.
That's a lot of Andrews.
It is a lot of Andrews. It's the 57th most popular. I mean, that makes sense, but not enough to where it's like you're on a roll of 4 in a row.
I think it's likely. Oh, you're right. I think she must be seeking out, right? Maybe she's destined to be with named Andrew. Okay? like as she's playing with her fair in fate is trying to draw Andrew in. Andrew, these other Andrews are like kind of in the process.
Okay, here's the thing. I have no idea what you just said.
I don't. I've been like tired. It's 4 hours cooking.
No,
I think it. Once.
I don't think that the cooking made the internet bad.
Oh,
Or maybe.
I thought you were saying I didn't make any sense. Like my train of thought was
Oh no,
nonsensical.
no. Now you're back. This is gonna be such a good episode, guys.
I thought it was a really good point I made, but
Uh,
I can't make it again. Is it bad? Is it not working?
I mean, we're just gonna power through it. You know,
Okay.
if it only happens
Last.
once every 25 minutes, hey, you get what you get. So,
Okay. Last week I matched online with Andrew number 4, talked for a few days. Then I thought it fizzled out, but he just contacted me again.
here, try this. Turn your camera off. See if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody.
All right, we'll see if that helps. I mean, you're starting to sound like Robot Abby. It's rough.
Well, you know what? I'm slowly morphing into Robot Abby anyway, so that's probably for the best. We talked for a few days, and then I thought it fizzled out, but then he just contacted me again. Then this past weekend, I met Andrew number 5, who things are going really well with, but it kind of makes me feel crazy. How do I keep them all straight? Why is it that seemingly only men named Andrew who like me? What do I do? Am I cursed? It's really funny, but I kind of want to blow my brains out. Please help.
You'll never guess what my advice is.
What?
Blow your brains out.
Well,
Did you notice how quickly she went from Andrew 4 to Andrew 5?
yeah, they were just talked a little. They weren't like dating.
This is some subconscious type of nonsense.
I don't think it is. I think that they're being drawn to her for some reason.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
it sounds
okay.
like they're seeking her out.
Yeah, okay. At the fucking meeting, the Andrew convention.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening. I think it's a conspiracy. And they're either like drawn to her by some like destiny that she has to marry a man named Andrew, or maybe they're conspiring.
No, I think what's most likely is that this is some type of an unhinged woman.
Okay, well, yeah, probably. I mean, I would agree with that. This woman is definitely very unhinged.
Does she fucking listen to the show? I mean, this somebody wrote
She
this in?
listens to the. I know that she listens to the show. Yeah.
Like, there's no way
Why
this is.
else would she send me this Dear Abby if she doesn't listen to the show?
I don't know, because sometimes you just make shit up. Like,
I didn't make this up, okay? I do. Okay, it wouldn't be the first time I just made shit up. That's fair. But I didn't this time.
that like
Okay.
that doesn't happen to anybody. You
Well, it
five.
apparently does. This is not advice. You're not giving advice. Why are you just in disbelief? I promise you, we have read much more fantastical things on this show.
Yeah, on Reddit. Here's my advice: send that shit to Reddit. They're gonna eat it up. I think I think that this woman is a liar because, like, it would make sense. Because here's the alternative theory, right? Is that she's only mentioning the Andrews, but in the meantime,
Yeah.
she's been fucking tons of dudes not named Andrew.
Why does she have to be sleeping with them all?
I don't know. Ask her that. Her dad didn't love her. I don't know.
Well, okay, stop sleeping with them all. Okay, for one thing, first off. But yeah, no, I'm assuming that she's dated more than 5 men, sure. And that she's dated men that are not named Andrew, but this problem is about the Andrews.
She's
I
just.
think that
She,
you need to just line them all up. Okay, you could do like a dating game. Like you're gonna pick an Andrew, or you could do like a police lineup type thing and pick the tallest guy with the most muscles.
Yeah, I don't. I would hope that none of those men show up to that weird thing.
I thought it was a good idea.
It's gotta be that. Like, how many men between each Andrew? That's got to be what it is. Because at first I was picturing just Andrew
You think
after
it's just
Andrew,
a numbers game?
but like she's running through so many men that there's like 5 Andrews in her lineup. Listen, lady, you need to slow your roll. That's what I think.
Stop sleeping with every man you meet. Is that your advice?
Yeah, like just calm the fuck down. How many people do you have to fuck to meet 5 Andrews? You're out of control, all right? Go get a test and make sure that you're all clean and then just I don't know, join a fucking monastery. You've had your fun. It's not going to get any better from here. You got to figure it out. I just
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think that clearly she's destined to marry an Andrew. Okay, and spend the rest of her life in love with an Andrew. And maybe the last one is like great and wonderful. Andrew number 5. Maybe he's the one.
Yeah, just keep. And you know what? If he doesn't work out, just fuck a bunch of dudes until you meet one named Andrew and then become fixated on him.
That's the advice.
That is neurotic as
That's what was
shit.
It's a little neurotic.
Yeah, you got problems. Like I'm not usually. I'm like kill yourself. Funny jokes. No, you got to go to 2 doctors. One, the pussy
You're mad
doctor.
about this one.
Well, it's nuts. One, you need to go to the pussy doctor because there's no way that's not a mess. And then 2, you need to go to the head doctor and figure out what your MO in life is. The subconscious Jungian fucking bullshit that makes you fixate on guys named Andrew. Like, I guess it could be worse. You could be like, I keep falling in love with guys named Richard. Well, you love dick. I don't know what you say about Andrew.
It should have been Richard. Oh, damn it.
Right? Go
That
right.
been much better.
Yeah, just go right. What, did you make it up? Are you admitting you made this shit up?
I did not make it up. I'm just saying that would have been much more entertaining.
Go ask Reddit about that shit. See what the fuck they say. They're gonna say break up with him. But you got to figure, get your house in order, bucko.
They will say break up with them. That's a good thing to do if you just need an excuse to break up with a guy. Go post on Reddit because you know someone's going to tell you to break up with them. And then you're like, well, it's not just me then.
So you think that when you break up with somebody that you bring up that Reddit told you to do it?
No. I'm saying that it's to soothe your conscience. The guy never finds out about the Reddit.
I thought you were thinking that, like, you go to one of those breakup cafes and it's like, listen, it's you, not me. See, look at this. Look at, Corn Cobbler 30 on Reddit. He said break up with you.
No, that would be really stupid. I don't know why you would think I'd be that dumb.
Well, there's...
All right, we're moving on. Dear Abby, why are you such a bitch? I was born a bitch. I'll die a bitch. It's a way of life.
Yeah, it's not even that cool. The way she's describing it is like the reason that rappers will describe why they're so hardened to the outside world. It was simply just no one hugged her.
It's true.
So,
Nobody told me they loved me.
Still don't.
In fact, my dad
they don't.
flat out refuses to and says the opposite. Nobody hugged me. Nobody told me they loved me.
Yeah. So you lash out.
Nope. My parents didn't even ever tell me I was pretty. You know what that does to a girl who then goes to junior high, and the only guys who've gained any confidence yet are butt ugly.
Those guys rule, by the way. Those are the best type of dudes.
It's like the first person that ever tells you you're pretty, and it's just this monster of a man, this horrific specimen of a person, and you're just like, oh, I really am ugly.
But that's not, if they're the first guys to gain confidence, it's not their fault that they're butt ugly. That's just they're the first to go through puberty. And
that's fair. They're just awkward and weird.
The thing, puberty is a fucking terrible thing. I don't know how you tell a teenager hey, for a couple years, I don't know, you're gonna kind of. Have you ever seen? Here, sit down. Look, this is a movie called The Fly, and it's basically yeah.
I don't know, because I sat my oldest down and we had some sort of talks about what's on the horizon, but yeah, a lot of it you can't really explain and they won't understand. what's going on as it happens, and it's all a mess you have to sort out later and hope that they don't hate you forever.
It's like, listen, the world actually is kind of against you because you're being a real piece of shit, and
Yeah, and you deserve it.
you,
Like it's on purpose. Like we're supposed to be trying to teach you how to behave like a human being.
yeah, you're gonna be a nightmare. And you will deserve it, and then also your whole face, you're just gonna be covered in zits, disgusting zits. Oh,
Oh my
and your
gosh,
legs are gonna
yeah.
hurt all the time because you're like growing, and then you're just gonna start getting armpit hairs. Uh, it's gonna be gross. It's gonna be a tough
Oh my
time for you.
gosh. Man, I remember just the first I realized like, oh, I cannot ever forget on deodorant in the
Yeah,
morning because I forgot to one day and I was sitting in class and I was just like, man, someone stinks. And then I realized it was me, like 13 years old, and like just like sneaky, like sniffing my armpit, like, oh my God, there's nothing I can do about this. I've got the whole rest of the day like this.
eh. I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay, cool. Let's see if that works. Yes, the first time that you
Okay.
the first time that you stink, that's the because well, and the thing is too, this uh, in high school, like you don't want to take gym in the morning because then you're gonna stink the whole day. Otherwise,
Oh my
you
gosh,
got to
but
take
I did.
showers.
And they were like, because it's a morning class, you're required to shower. And the showers
Mm-mm.
didn't even have like curtains. So you're taking a bunch of girls who are just hitting puberty and telling them they have no choice but to change and shower in front of each other. And our bodies look weird. And they would point it out. And it was just
Do
horrible.
do you think that's any better for the boys?
No, it's not any better for the boys. I'm sure that it's terrible, but still, I don't think it should be done to these kids. I feel like they
No,
should have like shower stalls, like bathroom stalls where there's an actual door.
they might
That would
now.
fix it.
They honestly might now.
I hope so, especially with all the trans stuff. Sharing locker rooms and stuff. They've got
Actually,
to
that
like
might
secure the doors.
that might be
Dude.
why they don't now. They had them for a little bit, and then 2012 rolled around, and they're like, knock those stalls out. Progress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I,
Oh man. Okay. So we're gonna do two more Dear Abbeys here. I'm gonna try to keep it moving. Dear Abby, how many men is too many to get to fall in love with me at the same time?
why? Okay, who are all these hooers that are listening to the fucking show?
There is no mention of sex in any of the Dear Abbeys today. None. Not one. You're
Okay,
making a
let's
lot of assumptions. Every time it sounds like a woman, you just get mad and start calling her a whore. What is that?
because
Why
because
are you doing that?
because the questions because the questions are like how many guys can I fuck before I get syphilis? Like these are the questions.
Okay, that is not what she
Who are they? Who are they?
You're making an assumption. Do you understand like half of our listeners are Christians because the people I brought in?
Yes. See, that's the thing. That's I was going to say to juxtaposition this with the male write-ins that we've had that have been like, "Dear Abby, I can't believe there's not church."
But that's just the retarded kid.
Oh, now church is retarded. Okay.
No, no, church is not retarded. The kid is retarded. By the way, what's not retarded, the thing I appreciate him for is that he like did a live watch of our like premiere episode last week, our
Oh, that
Valentine's
is
Day
retarded
special at
though.
his Twitch.
That
That
is
was pretty
retarded.
retarded. But it was funny to me. Just I'm like watching someone else watch us. That was kind of funny,
Uh,
guess. I
I
didn't
would
really say much.
I would not. Well, I would hope not. I was talking. I I would not. Oh, God, how many people fucking that? Listen, that stinks. I would say don't do that.
I'm encouraging it. I want more people to do these things. I want people talking about us and sharing our stuff.
Yeah,
Don't you?
yeah, but I think
Because then
that
maybe they'll give us money.
no, I'm pretty sure that the way that goes down is they start talking about us and listening, sharing clips for vastly the wrong reasons.
That's fine.
It won't be words of encouragement coming to your Twitter DMs. It's
We can work with that. And it's usually not anyway. There's usually not very many words of encouragement coming into my DMs. In fact, people right now are very angry with me for something. I was trying to help people. I was giving, like, I threw out an idea, that is supposed to make the world a better place and, like, help women and children, and everyone is mad at me.
well, I mean, we talked about that before, and I agree with the people. And you are an insane person. We don't just let
I
women
do
get
nothing
passes.
wrong. I do nothing wrong. Okay? I don't I'm a nice person and I help people and people are always getting so uppity.
No, see, that's exactly what you just said. That's every woman's fucking view of themselves. And here's the thing, ladies. It's 2024. Guys are ladies now, so get out of the way.
That's a good clip there. Dear Abby, who's watching you on Rumble? I don't know. There's
Yeah.
one person that watches us on Rumble and we don't know who it is and it's just kind of funny.
Leave a comment or something. Like, what? Why
We
Rumble of all places? You're like, wow, the new Here to Help's out. Time to go look at that. Uh, You're the
on
only
Rumble.
one, the only person. So
It's got to be pretty lonely. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
nice. So I think what I'm gonna do, while Abby's going and fucking cleaning up poop or some bullshit like that, I can go take a piss, and then we could just do silence. Um, I'm not thrilled about my damn internet fucking up
No, it's
lately, and
fine.
then
So my
now
laptop
it's
had
Abby's.
gotten. Yeah, no, it's fine. My laptop had gotten unplugged and it popped up as low battery. And I was like, oh crap, I better plug that in.
Ah,
You know?
good. Don't ever promise that we're gonna have a good episode again.
We're doing fine, okay? I don't. You're just so negative.
Okay.
So negative. Okay, let's get into our Reddit segment then. Do, 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 do.
Wait, we're not
Well, this
giving it.
one
We're
is
not
like,
giving advice to the last person of how many men is too many men to fall in love with
oh
you at
yeah,
once.
you're right.
You're so fucking good at
Too
this.
many. Too many at once. I don't think that okay, as long as you're not just sleeping with all these guys or like dating one and like lying and things like that, like if they're just in love with you, you can't really help it, right?
Oh yeah,
It's fine.
just lead on a bunch of guys.
That's not what
That
I'm saying.
hey, that never ends in you getting strangled.
I didn't say lead them all on. Just, there's not
Just
very much
just the
context
ones
there.
with small hands.
Just
Dude, now I want to know why. Like, where did this listenership come from? I thought that the ladies in our audience were like good Christian women or whatever. Not,
she's not doing anything. She just says they're falling in love with her.
I don't know, fucking. You know what you do? You know what you do?
What? What do you do?
I don't know how this works. I just know that this is a thing. Do a cryptocurrency scam. Get them to invest in whatever altcoin that you could get made on Fiverr, and then, and then, that's it. That's what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, and then once you get all just look up like the common wording for crypto
You
scams and
start
pick out a few and just straight up just sound like a scammer and
just
see.
fucking make an NFT collection. If they like you that much, they'll buy
Yes.
it.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
I don't
You
know.
could like become a streamer or something. That would help, and then people would just super chat you and stuff.
Wait, why are you saying that? Like, okay, so her thing is too many men
You're
are
right.
simping for me, and you're like, you know what you do? Capitalize on this and get even more of them to do it. I guess that's one way you could do it. You could, fucking Cardi B it or whatever. Or I don't know any female streamers other than Pokimane. That's the only one I know. Uh, I don't know who watches lady streamers, to be honest with you. But
People who like boobs usually. I
okay,
don't know
I
because
like
then
boobs.
there's like you like boobs.
Sure, who the fuck doesn't? But I'm not gonna be like,
That's a good
let me
point.
watch these boobs play video games. No, I don't give a shit about that. I'm not gonna watch a pair of boobs play video games. Now, if they were like just a pair of boobs, not just the way that I see them, but just like physically, it was just tits. That might be pretty funny if like the kind of like the tits like would like emote and like had like a face and a mouth and like it would talk, kind of like
Dude,
this
I had to
face rig
pull
thing.
away for a second because of a child needing help, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about
Well,
right now.
I'm saying like if the boobs were like this, there's this app called Face Rig where it like makes you can be like a dog or a hamburger or like
Right.
anything like that. But it would be pretty cool if it was like I would watch if it was just boobs that were anthropomorphic type of like it had the nipples were eyes and it talked. I might watch
Okay,
that.
I mean, you could do like a green screen suit with a cutout, maybe.
Yeah, but how are you gonna make the boobs talk? I don't think is gonna. I mean, that's a lot of work. I'd watch that just
Uh,
because it's interesting. But I'm fucking 36. Like I'm not that interested in streamer tits. Pokemon's never gonna show me your boobies, dude. Like I gotta wait for those to leak online.
yeah, it's really unfortunate for you.
I mean, I guess. Like, do you think her and I would get along? Like, if we were
Maybe.
sitting, not even a little bit. If we were like, I had to sit with her and have a conversation. What the fuck would we talk about?
I don't know, Bryden. What do you talk about with anyone? You don't get along with any women.
Myself.
You don't even get along with your girlfriend.
We get along just fine usually.
Yeah, you yell at her. I hear you yelling at her.
Well, she got better knock it off.
Knock what off? She was
Whatever,
just existing.
whatever she's doing something.
Yeah.
She's up to no good.
You're terrible.
I'm not terrible. I am a great. I am a genius.
Look, if I was gay and not married, I would just rescue her.
Well, you're you're only one. You're only not one of those things. So
Erica, you just come to me. All right, baby? Just come to me.
no,
Sorry, we're moving on.
no.
Speaking
You
of
do that, and then when your husband is just his whole life is in shambles, I'll be like, dude, you know what's cool?
being
DJing.
gay.
No,
Yeah,
well,
it's a
DJ kind of.
metaphor.
Sorry, kind of.
You guys will just quote DJ
Yeah.
together. Yeah, run off all happy as DJs together. Your life partner in DJing.
No, that's what you do. You produce all this cool fucking repetitive nonsense music, and then you just
Oh,
bang 22-year-olds that are high on
he hates your
ecstasy.
music.
Oh no, no, no.
He hates house music.
He'll get used to it. He'll get used to it.
Oh,
A little bit of ketamine and like a few 22-year-olds there dressed only in glitter. I think he'll get over you real quick.
dressed only in glitter. You don't understand. My appeal has nothing to do with glitter or being 22. My
Yeah,
appeal
I know. I
is
know that you're not attractive. I'm aware. You've got none of those
okay.
things. I'm aware.
My personality is really great.
What personality?
I don't know why you're so mean to me.
I don't know why you think that works on me. Like
Works on, what do you mean works on you? I thought we were friends.
oh well, you've thought dumber things than that.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we're moving on.
Hey, you know a good thing though?
What?
The sound quality's gotten a little bit better.
Oh, that's great. I'm really happy about that. I announced this was going to be a good episode,
Don't do
and
that
one of my
ever.
kids has busted through the door 7 times already. If anyone's wondering why Bryden keeps having to stall for time, I'm sorry, everyone, but we are getting through it. We're powering through. This one is more like just a story. There was a guy who committed suicide.
Nice.
Okay, and his heart went to. You're just real excited about suicide
Yeah,
today.
they're
Don't
cool.
kill yourselves, friends. It's not cool to kill yourself.
Also, if you're talking about is there a shotgun involved in this?
No.
Oh, the different guy, but I know what you're talking about, and yeah, that changed my entire view on. But yeah, go ahead.
Kills himself, and his heart goes to another guy. The second guy writes to the family, eventually marries the widow of the first guy, and then also kills himself. So my question is, what is wrong with this woman?
No, okay. Here's the thing. If you look into that, I'm pretty sure that the guy killed himself in the same way, which was a shotgun to the chest.
Oh, okay.
Or not chest,
Yeah.
like stomach, obviously, because it wouldn't have destroyed the heart. So this changed my entire fucking outlook on like, okay, your brain being everything. That's there's several things about this with like people getting heart transplants. There's like a bunch of these little fucking neuron motherfuckers in your heart. So like people like get heart transplants and have like cravings from their recipient or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. Yeah. So no, and past memories and shit like that. Your heart and your brain are your heart might be more important than your fucking brain is, as far as like
Yeah,
who
no,
you
I
are
could
as a
see
guy.
that.
It's
I mean, it's
fucking
probably the
nuts.
closest thing to the seat of the soul, I would say. Like that or like somewhere in your spinal column.
That's what Gary Busey says. Gary Busey says that your soul is like a little, well, like a thin 3 inch, fucking thing that's in your spinal column. Because he had a motorcycle accident, and then
Mhm.
he was never the same. Uh, but that's what he says. He went to heaven, and then all of that, and he was just like a little worm, basically. And he still
He is a
says that.
worm.
Yeah, would you still love me if I was a worm? Um,
Yes, Gary, I would still love you.
but
It's
no,
all right.
the whole
No, yeah,
fucking heart.
I
Yeah.
agree. This is why I'm not an organ donor because we don't really need to pass on my insanity and trauma to other people,
Oh,
you know?
I'm 100% an organ donor because that's not just like the heart. That's stuff like kidneys, your eyes, things like that. I figure if I'm
I
not
wish you
using
could
them,
Yeah. I wish you could like pick and choose though, because there is a thing where like they need it to be super fresh. So like, maybe there's a chance you're going to come out of your coma, but your family's like, nah, it's fine. You can just take them off life support, and then they take your organs.
yeah. But I mean,
The
how?
doctors push for it to get your organs, but it's like people come out of these things. I've known multiple people who have, and they
Right.
were not organ donors, and that's probably why they came out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm down that bad, I think it's time for me to check out. Like, if I've got an
I mean,
opportunity
only
where it's
one of
fair,
them is brain damaged beyond repair, so
yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah.
and one of them did die, but I wasn't talking about her.
No, it was you that died emotionally. But I
Every
don't know
day.
if I've got an out, and there's nothing I can do about it, then yeah, I'm gonna take that fucking out. And it's like good. Then
Yeah.
they can use my organs or whatever the fuck. Like take my
Well,
penis and put it on a lady or something like that, right? I
I will say that if you talk to a nurse like or an RN, like just someone who works in the emergency room, generally, most of them have DNRs. They do not even try to resuscitate me. If my heart's gone, my heart's gone. Because if you're gonna be broken all to bits from their attempts
yeah.
at resuscitating. Your brain lacked oxygen for too long, so now you're kind of retarded, and you're never gonna be the same. So they
Can
just,
you
yeah.
can you imagine how good the podcast would be if it just my starting point was me bonus episode 8 whiskeys drunk, and I'm like, hey, and I'm still drinking, and by the end, it's just banging noises. I need to get
Is that
into
not
no,
what our episodes are like on the
no,
bonus?
oh no, it'll be way worse. I need to get into a traumatic motorcycle accident like soon.
No.
That way we get
Well, okay.
real Patreon money, dude.
That's a good point.
See, and I gotta have
Support Bryden the retard.
yeah.
Can't we just fake it?
No, you get canceled for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay, fine.
wouldn't
We're
want to get
faking it. We're gonna
I wouldn't
okay,
want to
so
get canceled.
we just have to get you hit in the head real hard.
See, here's the thing. I hit my head pretty hard. Just like I don't know if we talked about it on the show, did we? Yeah, we did about how I fucking tripped over a curb. I
Oh yeah.
smashed my head pretty hard. I think I'm either dead, and this is yet again another dream, or what if I've got like when teachers called me hard headed? That's what they meant. It's like, oh, brain is invincible
Yeah.
because it's genius.
Well, yeah, no, I don't know if it's got anything to do with intelligence. Absolutely, it does not have anything to do with intelligence whatsoever.
It might
But you
though.
could just have an extra hard head, like an extra thick skull. It's very possible.
That's why ideas have such a hard time getting out, and that's why I'm not rich and famous. Is because I
Your
have all.
skull.
Yeah, it keeps all the
Okay.
ideas in there for itself because I'm also a naturally greedy person. So like I'm
Right.
keeping all these ideas for myself, But I my heart, like my brain's like that, but my
Yeah.
heart is not a greedy person. So like it wants to get
Okay.
all these
So
ideas
you've like real
out.
thin ribs,
Yeah,
then.
yeah. I've got
So you've
I've
got fragile ribs and a thick skull. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that when you express an idea, it is the idea coming out of your brain, like osmosising out of your skull and skin and hair follicles?
No, I think when I express an idea, um, that's my heart and mind battling, and then my mouth is just not equipped. I mean, you've seen it. It's not the best mouth.
Just stumbles
Yeah, it doesn't
across.
know the
Yeah.
tongue. I mean, God bless my tongue. It's trying, but it can't keep up with the turmoil that's going on and the brain heart thing to get out these wonderful ideas.
This is nonsense. This is, this is ridiculous.
See, that's the tongue's fault. It's not. See,
That
I'm a
is the
genius.
tongue. You know, it's funny because I did take like IQ testing when I was in like seventh grade, and they told me like, "Oh, you're so smart. Like, you could skip every other grade and be in college when you're like 15 or 16." And I was like, "Okay,
Wait, 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 wait.
um,
What did they say after you refused to give them the 189.99 and you and your family left the J.C. Penney?
you're really mean to me, and I don't appreciate it." That's what I said to them. No, just kidding. No, it was at school, and I was like, no, no, because then I won't have my friends anymore. Like, there's no chance of them being in my classes because I'm like skipping grades.
Because I'm
And then I
Malcolm.
had to move. Like 2 months later, I had to move to a different school. I was
Uh,
so mad. New school didn't test me or give me the offer or anything. But anyway, the point is, I must be a genius. They didn't tell me a number. No one ever told me a number.
there's there's no such thing as a woman genius. Name one.
There is
No, they all have
me.
autism. No, they all have autism. All women
Okay, so
geniuses.
what if I have autism?
No, you don't have autism. I think you know exactly what you're doing, and that just makes you a bad person. Like you
So
don't
you
lack
think I'm
so.
evil?
It's not that you like lack social skills. You're purposely a cunt.
No, that's not nice. That's really, you're so mean to me. Look, I am a poor autistic girl,
It's
okay, and I'm being bullied by all of these people. There's a guy on Twitter who also discriminated against me for
see, listen,
being
like,
neurodivergent.
listen.
And I didn't appreciate it. And people don't like my Sonic character OC as much as I thought they would.
Good.
But no one has any good burns. They're just like, what?
Well, yeah, I'm literally the only funny person you've ever met.
No, all
But
you did was act all tired. You were just like tired and exasperated with me. You didn't have any good like bullying or burns in your pocket. It was just so
what
dumb
am
and
I?
disappointing.
What I mean, oftentimes I feel like I'm repeating myself. You dumb bitch. See, there's another one. But what am I supposed to say for something that I already knew was going to happen?
How did you know it was going to happen? Because I didn't even know it was going to happen.
Well,
It was an offer made to me. I didn't even ask for it.
I know you better than you know yourself.
Do you remember the rest of the team, Pedro and
Oh yeah,
Josh? Those might get made now.
cool. And then you know what you should do with it? You should get RPG Maker and you should make a whole fucking role playing game
I
about
have
you guys.
RPG Maker.
Great. And now you can do that and you guys rob banks, I remember. Oh, that it's
Yeah, why not?
I
It's a great idea. I could sell it.
I don't know. It's the speed 2 of Sonic things. Like just when you thought Sonic couldn't get worse, here comes Abby's Jewish bank thief with other
No,
minorities.
they're not like okay. They're called the bankers because they rob banks.
Yeah, but what's Kit Kat's fucking last name?
It's Kit Kattenstein.
There you go.
But I think that you're being a little
Well, accurate?
presumptive.
Ethnically accurate?
Maybe it's like a German name or something.
Okay, but what type of Germans had that last name?
This is I think there were some rules about this, like a quarter is fine.
Dude, I'm just saying. I'm not even mad that you're a Jewish Sonic character that
Yeah.
for some reason is obsessed with gold. Okay? That seems a little edgy, but whatever. Shane Gillis is hosting SNL this weekend. So whatever, right?
Good for him.
But, I'm not interested in the plot. I don't think that there would be much character development.
Well, no. I mean, they're just gonna.
Well, of course, it's a Sonic game.
They're hoarding gold like dragons. It's,
Yeah, it sucks.
Or like the goblins in Harry Potter.
Sure, those are clearly anti-Semitic characters.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're just goblins that happen to be bankers.
I mean, J.K. Rowling definitely has an anonymous account somewhere.
I love her so much. She's so great. We're really into Harry Potter in the house right now. I got my kids to read the books and we watch some movies. It's been great.
Hogwarts Legacy is a hell of a game.
Yeah, I need to. Well, I'm waiting for my daughter to finish it so that I can play it.
It's fun. I don't care about Harry Potter. I think it's gay. Never cared about it. I remember I saw the first movie in theaters. I think my little brother or little sister, somebody was more into that type of shit, but I didn't give a fuck about it. First movie, I liked it as a kid, and then I liked the game. And that was my two experiences with Harry Potter have been, that and when the last book came out, a few of the pages got leaked onto 4chan, and people were going around screaming, "Snape kills Dumbledore," or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh,
which
no.
is
That's
hilarious.
Like the biggest thing in the whole series, maybe.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Those were great videos. Kids just sitting there reading in the Barnes and Noble or whatever. People run in and say that shit. It was really funny. I think that's hilarious.
It's terrible.
It's a mean thing to do, but I wouldn't do it at 36. But
it was a big twist. It was a big deal.
I don't.
Poor Snape. He's the hero of the series.
Yeah, it's what I heard. Something about that.
Let's do one more short little story before we go here.
Oh no, how much time do you think is left?
I'm assuming like 10 minutes.
Roughly. More than that.
Okay.
Half an hour.
How much more than that? Really?
No, idiot.
What did you? Okay, well, we're trying to do a freaking show. What is the point of what you just did to me?
I got a kick out of it. At least listen, out of
do you think it's good content?
Out of this podcast, well, I mean, none of this has been. So at least out of this podcast, somebody's got to fucking laugh, right?
I hate this. Why am I here?
Just to suffer, bitch. Do the show.
How much time is left?
We're at 48 minutes.
Okay, fine. From r/drugs, we have, is doing heroin once a week actually that bad for you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I've been doing heroin with a few of my buddies for about 3 months. We tried it together
well,
once.
You're addicted. I don't know. You're probably not gonna quit. Yeah, because it's not after 3 months, once a week. It's not once a week, you son of a bitch. He's gonna go into, I'm trying to, maybe if I cut it down to weekend heroin. Well, also it probably matters if he's shooting it or what he's doing with it. Because if he's just like fucking smoking it off tinfoil, maybe he can get away with it. But also fentanyl. So I don't know. That guy's dead now.
Yeah, maybe so. We all tried it together once and decided to make it a weekly tradition on Fridays. I'm still employed, and I haven't noticed myself getting addicted. More just excitement for a weekly Friday tradition.
Oh boy,
Maybe it's not as addictive as everyone says it is. No, you're excited for it. You're anticipating it. You do it once a week, and then you wait for the next one, and soon you're not going to want to wait a week anymore. Soon you're going to go, well, maybe Wednesdays too, like just twice a week. And then before you know it, you're never going to go into work again.
Yeah, I'm curious, does he say how he's doing it? Is he banging it or like, oh, yeah, I mean, if he's
He doesn't say how.
He's probably shooting it, but Yeah, I don't know if he was shooting it. It'd probably be more than once a week after 3 months, but maybe not. Who knows? Bad
Yeah.
idea. It's a bad idea.
It's not a good idea. I don't know why you would do that in the
Pick
first place.
a different drug like
Yeah.
cocaine.
Is that not addictive?
Not nearly to the degree that heroin is. No.
I just feel like all of this is just a horrible idea with the fentanyl and everything.
Yes, it is. That's why I don't do cocaine.
And I was reading that like it can clump together in like whatever it's in. So like you test some of the stuff in the package and it comes up clean, but then that last hit
Mm.
can just be all fentanyl and
Yeah, I
you're
don't know.
dead.
I don't know enough about it. I can't. Life is so gay. You can't even do drugs anymore. I've been saying that forever. You can't even do drugs. So I don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. You could die.
Well, you can always die, but now it's just way more likely that you could die.
Yeah, and like sooner is the point. And in a
So,
way that upsets pretty much everyone around you.
okay, people were upset when people died of regular heroin overdoses.
Yeah, I just mean it's more likely to die of the overdose with the fentanyl.
You're just way out of your lane here. I mean,
How is this not a logical statement?
that it's sadder now when people die of
I
drug
didn't say it's
overdoses.
sadder. I'm saying it's more dangerous.
Yeah, well, sure,
I think
definitely, but
you're
that's not
just,
what you said.
yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, maybe I'm retarded. Did
Yes,
you ever think about that?
100%. Most of the time I talk to you.
Okay. My advice is to not do the drugs.
My
Okay.
my advice is to do the drugs.
But you just, okay, whatever. 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 You just say whatever you want. You're bad at giving advice. You're bad at podcasting. I tried to do a good show and you ruined it at every turn. And also, my son ruined it at every turn.
Yeah,
And also, the internet ruined it at every turn. And I don't know how I'm supposed to carry on like this.
yeah. You could try doing heroin once a week.
That might make things better. It
Yeah.
might help a little bit.
It's
But I
just
don't have any babysitters. So that's not happening.
oh, it's
For
fine. Most junkies don't either.
It's really sad. They do actually.
Yeah, it's usually like
They
a
do have
parent.
babysitters, and usually it is child molesters. So
Well, I was thinking the state, but yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, child molesters. That lines up.
like who else is eager to just be like, "Oh yeah, if you ever need a break, Miss Single Mom, you just drop your kids over here." Like,
People's
yeah.
parents.
Do you think the grandparents of junkies are not also messed up?
Yeah, like a lot of the time they're not.
Oh,
They
well, that
didn't.
wasn't my experience.
Yeah, but I mean, you came from like a
It runs in the
long.
family.
Yeah, you came from a long line of like sleeveless denim jacket people. You know.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, my grandma did heroin a lot.
Well, I mean, that's
I should
different.
ask
That
her
was
if you get addicted from just once a week.
she had. That's the doctor prescribed it in her days.
Maybe so. I don't think they prescribed her the needles.
Yeah, I don't know how they took it back in those days. Like back when it was like prescription stuff was like in
Oh,
1912 or whatever.
it was like cough syrup.
Yeah. So
It was liquid.
they were drinking lean back then.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just drinking like cough syrup, and the cough syrup was like a cocktail with like opium and cocaine and THC and like all this stuff.
I don't know about all that. I don't think it had everything in it.
There's ingredients on some of the bottles. I've read it before.
What's THC have to do in there?
They smoke. People have been smoking weed since like ancient Egypt, all
Yeah.
over the world. It was in medieval Europe and stuff. Like they just have to distill it. Like you make any sort of tincture.
Where are they growing weed in Egypt?
I look. They grew things places. They had to grow grain to store up the grain for the drought and the famine. Like they had farmlands.
What if that's what the pyramids for? They were just like a big endo thing. Like it's
Just a greenhouse. Oh my goodness. That could be it.
it's just the
Just
whole
like
point.
no, it was fascinating to me because okay, it's funny. I was gonna do another short story, but no, we're not because I want to talk about this instead. But I was actually looking up like historically how women dealt with menstrual cramps, because I was thinking that and you missed a chance there to be like menstrual to go with your
That's
gynecology
true.
stuff earlier.
I'm mainly thinking about how I need to pee.
Okay, well, we're almost done with this episode, and then we'll take the break before the bonus, and it'll be fine. But anyway, I was looking it up because I was curious, like, okay, what if they didn't cramp as much back then? What if the trads are right, that it's all my fault, that I have period cramps? So I'm like, how did, ancient women deal with this? And I find that in ancient Egypt, they shoved weed up there.
What the
And like
fuck?
it's just all these stories, just weed, weed, weed. Queen Elizabeth I was prescribed it by her doctor.
Are you sure that
Once a
this
month
isn't some?
during her period, she would just smoke a J.
Are you sure that this isn't just some dumb, made up fucking bullshit? Because it sounds like some
It wasn't a weed
lefty.
website, it was a feminist website.
It sounds like some revisionist fucking nonsense where it's like, actually,
No,
your
they've had
body's
it.
cool.
I mean, they literally, people have all over the world have had it for centuries and centuries and
Nobody's doubting
centuries.
that. Nobody's
Okay.
doubting that. But
So why wouldn't they be using it for medicinal purposes where they were using it as a medicine?
listen. If women have been shoving weed up their bloody pussies since the dawn
Yeah.
of time, then that just proves two things: one, women are retarded, and two, weed is gross.
It's just a tampon. I don't understand what the problem is.
I don't care for it. I don't like it. I don't want that to happen. So that didn't happen. That's stupid.
If you say so. Okay, everyone. We love you very much and we appreciate you very much. We are going to close out in just a second, but first, let me remind you, you can follow me on Twitter. That is at OctoAbbey with an I. You can join our Discord server. The link should be in the description, I believe, right, Bryden?
Yeah.
And also, you can go to patreon.com/here to help podcast and subscribe for as little as $1 to get 3 bonus episodes a month. A lot of the time, it will be 4. We're going to
Hey, why do
record
you
that right
guys
after this.
guys? Why do you think there's only 3 a month?
Because that's what you promised when you had that idea. You said,
Yeah.
let's do 3
When you
so
have
that
when
we don't always have to do 4,
yeah,
but we'll
it's
plan on doing 4. That
so
was your idea.
when you have 2 male hosts, you get 4 a month. But
No, that's not even true
you
because
know,
I listen to exclusively male run and led
oh,
podcasts and
good
they do
podcast.
1, maybe 2 a month. Nobody does 4 a month. That's
Oh,
unheard of,
most people do.
especially for $1, okay?
Most people do.
We are very generous, okay? I don't know of anyone that literally not one podcast that I listen to has 4 bonus episodes a month on their Patreon.
Most of them do.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, prove it. Prove it.
So the whole thing is because of periods.
That doesn't make
I have cramps. I can't do a podcast today.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week. Securing the
Having to
fact that
pee, having to pee is just as bad as period cramps, and I'm going through it right
that-
now.
you know what? I'm trying to close out the show, and you're just prolonging it. We are with you.
I
We
wish
are the only ones
you
you
should
can trust
close
are
out
here
your
to help.
mouth. You should close out your mouth, bitch. Fuck
Oh
you.
my gosh. Why? Why?
Kill yourself.